Hi, I am ecstatic that I got M.O.M.O Girl, the tutorial book, in the mail today. I took it out of the envelope, as you can see here. It comes with stickers and the bill of sale. Now let's take it out of the shrink wrap. I do not do well with my new tripod, so I hope I keep everything well centered, but I did want you to see me open this delightful package. It's wrapped very nicely. I got it from Cool Craft Books on Etsy. I'm going to decimate this tissue paper. Forgive me for doing that. When I bought M.O.M.O Girl from June at 70's Books, it came in a canvas bag. This comes in tissue paper, obviously. Okay, we are there. The correct name of the book, as we know, is M.O.M.O Girl 2 Tutorial Book. Of course, it's in Korean. I get to have fun with my Google Translate app so that I'll be able to figure out what each page means and learn how to color skin with fantastic detail, which is something that I really hope that I'll learn how to do. Okay, this is the cover, as you can clearly see. Going to move the book just a bit so I think I can get both sides of the page in. This is the inside cover. Yes, it's all in Korean, as I've already mentioned, but no worries, because if you use the Google Translate app, which I do not have on, you simply go to the app, you hover over it, the part that you want translated. You can either hover over it, or I believe, or just snap the camera icon, and it will immediately translate into the language of choice. I've used the app on several other books over the years, so I am familiar with it. Okay, let's get this all in frame. I have been ecstatic about receiving this book. I watch so many tutorials. Well, I'll name two people who are exceptional with skin: Sammy, Color and Chat with Sammy, and Kate at Kate's Color and Haven. They do skin really, really well. And also, I can't leave out Dee Dee Willingham. She is exceptional at skin as well. I am not good at skin. I think I have probably done a dozen pictures with faces, several in the Coloriage Wild books, and several in Hannah Carlson's books, and a couple in Maria Trollet's book. Okay, my brain doesn't want me to tell you the names of the books. Oh yes, Vivi Soka Anvan has the little girl in it, so I've done a couple of those. Okay. This paper here is it's nice and thick, but it's magazine type paper. That's the best way that I can describe the feel. Of course, it's probably triple to quadruple the thickness of magazine paper, but that's kind of the feel that I sense. As you can see, there are image after image of showing different methods of coloring, and I will gladly take the time necessary to figure all of that out. I have an embarrassing amount of color pencil sets, so no doubt whatever they're using here, I'll be able to use. The reason I'm doing this flip through, and the reason that I have started flip throughs just as of either yesterday or the day before, is when I mentioned on one of the coloring streams that I was getting this book, someone said, "Oh, will you do a flip through?" So yes, I think I've seen one flip through so far, but there may be two other ones out there aside from this one here. You see how clear the instructions are, telling you don't do it this way, but this is okay. For example, a lot of good teaching tools here. I believe there's 2 pages. Okay. How many times do you see lips that are colored a solid color? Here it shows how to put highlights in there. No doubt you would use something like Posca paint pens to add the highlights. That's my guess, but again, I don't know yet. Here we have some completely colored images. I'm not sure how many. I did see the original tutorial for this, but it's nice to see completely colored pages here. Excellent examples to follow, definitely. There is a new M.O.M.O Girl book coming out. I don't know if it's entitled M.O.M.O Girl 3 or not, but it is a complete coloring book like the first M.O.M.O Girl book. I believe that will be December, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that though, but I do know that a new one is coming out. Beautiful, beautiful illustrations. All right, I just noticed something, and I'm going to go back a page to show you what I noticed. Do you see these numbers here? Well, 1, 2, 3, and it begins at number 1. It shows different aspects of the picture as they're colored in, and that increases again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So they're adding particular features in each picture very clearly, including delightful backgrounds. Okay, here is where the actual tutorials begin. Step by step, layer by layer by layer. Oops, I'm out of frame a little bit. Okay, there we go. It's hard with the color and chat video tutorials that I watch, which I watch just about every one there is, to fully follow along because the videos are spread over several different streams. So it's a little hard to learn how to efficiently color these faces. Now, I do have the original M.O.M.O Girl, so once I learn, I can dive into that. Dev, the modernist colorist, is having a color along that begins on the 1st of November. It's called M.O.M.O November, the hashtag M.O.M.O November. I should have asked Dev. I won't put the hashtag in my description until I talk to him again, but if he says okay, I'll gladly add that to my description. But if I get to spend enough time with at least maybe 2 of these tutorials, then I'll gladly join in with that color along. But I do not want to take such an expensive book as M.O.M.O Girl or Girls with Poem. I'm sorry, I keep calling it M.O.M.O Girl. It's actually Girls with Poem by M.O.M.O Girl. I don't want to take Girls with Poem and ruin that beautiful work. There's a very simple Prismacolor pencil combination that I have recorded in one of my apps on my phone, my Evernote app, that clearly describes or explains how to color skin. But I want the deep features. And I'm going to just use this picture as a quick example. You see how it's light in the middle, a little shaded here, a darker on the edges, how the hand has dark in the middle and then light. That's what I need to learn. So using a standard 3 or 4 color pencil combination doesn't give me the effect that I want. I lost. Keep sliding the book over. Slippery book. Need I mention, I'm sure it'll come up maybe in the next one. It's probably been there all along, but they the tutorials also show how to color hair. So it's not just the skin that we're learning to color. I believe we're going to learn how to color hair. So let's use this particular tutorial to see if I am right. Okay, not clearly telling us how to color the hair, but at least we get to see the various colors that are used in the hair. So I am eager to translate this right here, since we go from the hair not being done to the hair being done, to see what that says. Shows some examples of how they color the clothing and the other accessories. By the way, M.O.M.O Girl is shaded to a degree. I paused to just flip to this page in the original book to get a look at how the hair is. Give me a moment. If I can't get it in a couple of seconds, I'll stop looking. Alright, it's not popping up. I wanted to pull up this particular image here, and I'll tell you why I stopped for a moment. You see how the hair is dark here, light here, and dark here? I think in the original book, that's how it's already set up. And that will help a colorist to know how to lay the pencils down. So I look forward to that. Now, you see how that is here? You use a darker pencil. I'm sure you use several pencils, not just one or two, but darker, lighter, darker, to show natural highlights. I look forward to doing that. I love the inclusion of the backgrounds in these tutorials, because backgrounds is something that I really enjoy doing. I have a lot of tools that I can use for backgrounds. The only tools that I do not have at this time are the pen pastels. And I don't have the distress inks either, but for backgrounds, I eventually will invest in the pen pastels. But I have tons of other tools that will work as well. Look at this picture. Oh my word. Ah, yes. Here's what I was hoping. Start to see how the hair is colored. That's what I was looking forward to, and I'm glad that I saw that just now. A lot of people say they don't need a tutorial book to learn how to do skin, but I'm not embarrassed to say that I do. So they made this book. She made this book for me. She thought about Robin when she was producing this book. Of course she didn't, but I can believe what I want to believe, right? Oh, I like this page here. It kind of shows some of the tools that are being used. So I can't wait to take a closer look at that page to compare what I have in my reservoir and what I may want to buy. Before I turn this page, I can tell you right now that the next page behind this one feels different, and I'll show you why. If I remember from the tutorial, I might be right. Ah, yes, I am. What do we see here? We see blank pages to practice on. Now, I'm not going to practice directly in this book. I will take this simply and either scan it. Well, I can scan it with my iPad or put it directly on my scanner and make copies of it and practice with copies of this and try to save these for more practice if I need it. So now that this is a single page, I'll pull this over so that I do not leave any of the picture out. Sorry for bumping the camera just now. I should have stopped to count, but obviously there's plenty of practice pages. Even if I go ahead and use the ones directly from the book without scanning a copy, I certainly won't run out opportunities to learn. Is that the last image? Let's see. Nope, there's another one. And that is the last image. The inside cover. I can't see that closely enough. I don't know what that's hinting to, but I'll look at that later, see what that's all about. Here's the back of the book here. And one more time, here is the front of the book. I have been waiting all day for this book to arrive, and I cannot wait to start having fun with it. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope somebody else will buy this book. And whether you have the original one and you're already proficient with it, don't forget about M.O.M.O November with the Modernist Colorist in his channel so that you can join in if you like to. All right, bye everybody.